Welcome to Powered by Authenticity, and tonight we're coming to you from the Seneca One Tower, precisely visiting the offices of TechBuffalo. And tonight I am so thrilled to be joined by Jeffrey Botteron, President and CEO of TechBuffalo. Welcome.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's delightful to just get a chance to finally connect and be on the podcast.
We've tried a couple of times. We've had some challenges, but we're here now.
We had some cleaning ladies. We had some weather. I mean, there's different challenges.
Everything that could happen did, but we're here now, and it's beautiful, and the backdrop is gorgeous. What a beautiful building.
It is wonderful, and this is the M&T Tech Academy. They really design it to be a community hub, so this is a place that the community can access to be able to have meetings and just generally connect. So we've hosted the Western New York delegation up here, our innovation fellows. I mean, it's a blessing to us. We're actually one floor up on 24 is where our offices are.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's beautiful here, and we thank you for having us.
Delighted to be here.
All right, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Jeffrey Botteron, just moved here, a little over a year ago now, almost a year and a half.
Amazing.
I think the most compelling aspect of the move is, you're on a tour and you go through the windows over there that face west and you just see the lake. And I'm from Indiana, pretty well landlocked there. We've got a little pocket in northern Indiana where we can see Lake Michigan, but certainly in central Indiana we don't get these views. So it was just spoiled instantly, and person after person after person that I connected with just lived up to the saying of Buffalo is truly a city of great neighbors and just a welcoming place. So love being here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the lake is beautiful. I worked downtown for a while, and I always loved being able to watch the sunset over the lake. I was like, oh, it's just beautiful.
I mean, sunsets are daily here in the offices, which is great. So we do have windows that face west.
Yeah.
And any chance that I can get, I'm out jogging along the water or trying to, put a kayak in if you go over to, I think it's Riverworks.
Yep.
Just fantastic.
Yeah, and I think probably coming into the community, it sounds like we've, welcomed with open arms, and that, everybody's genuinely nice here. But what are some of the other things that you found about the community and being here that you've enjoyed so far?
It's a good question. I think truly it is people first. But I think that under the surface there's this just relentless love of Buffalo.
Yeah.
And this belief in a city that is going to return to the days of its founding, where this was, I think, one of the largest cities in America. I don't have the exact stat. I don't know if you know that off the top of your head, but just as the more that I read about the history of the city, you figure out where this resiliency comes from, and you figure out why it's such a great city for tech and entrepreneurs. I mean, these are folks that want to design, they want to build, they want to make something much, much greater tomorrow than it is today. And I think that just as you look at the history of Buffalo, that speaks to who this city is.
Yeah.
Just contagious. Beyond that, I love going up to the gorge, doing a jog around that, seeing Niagara Falls, bringing my son up there. And there's also just so convenient that Toronto's not too far. So you've got this ability to get quick access to a big city, and he's a big train lover. So
that's great.
Always fun to get up there and ride trains with them.
Oh, yeah. And Toronto's my favorite city.
Yeah.
It really is. And we're so close. It's like, I should say bigger city. I'd rather go to Toronto than New York City any day. I just love it.
Well, the downtown was cool. Again, my son's big into trains, and there's a roundhouse down there right outside the Jays Stadium. And we just so happened to be there, with the series going on. So just extremely vibrant, and just what a place to be.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, speaking of running, Ken, what's your favorite place in Buffalo to run? Do you have a special spot that you like to go to?
He mentioned running up along the Niagara Gorge. I always loved doing that. Went to Niagara University, so that was a daily.
Oh, well, it's fantastic. It's amazing how fast the water's moving. Even as you jog through there, it's just it beats you every time.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, my favorite jog in the city is to go to South Buffalo. So I'll leave Seneca 1 here and do a jog to South to Buffalo. And I have Irish roots, Grandpa Kester, and they married a Cohen, so there's two Irish root names there. I've got a son named Reagan, so we keep it in the family. And just running through there just reminds me of growing up and being in an old Irish neighborhood, and just the character that comes with that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And it's right here, so you can jog out, jog back.
Indeed.
So awesome. Well, welcome to Buffalo. We're happy that you're here and you're doing so much for Tech Buffalo. Would you mind sharing just a little bit about the mission of the organization?
Sure. So Tech Buffalo, we're really here to create a more inclusive and accessible tech ecosystem for Western New York. And we believe that it's this tech ecosystem that really will serve as the foundation of the future economy of Buffalo. So we want we want to make sure that this truly is something that's accessible, not just to those folks that have exposure to tech and are able to catch the bug because of that exposure, because they have a family member in it, but we want this to be accessible to folks who maybe have never really even thought about tech.
Yeah.
And so our work is really taking us into this area of how do we identify those students at all age levels that have this hidden potential and extend very intentional invitations to be part of what we just think is going to continue to grow into a staple of the economy, and something that people just can't help but want to be a part of.
Yeah, that's so great. I know for me, I found tech because I was a young mom. I got a job. My producer Ken could come with me, and I think there's so many opportunities for bringing non-traditional students even into the tech ecosystem because the opportunities are here.
There are many, and I think what's really interesting is with the speed of the rollout of AI.
Yeah.
It's hard to name a job anymore that doesn't have some tech element to it. So whether you're in tech or you're using tech, tech is all around the workplace, and ensuring that students have not just digital literacy, but even computational literacy and foundational AI skills is just increasingly critical. And that's what's really helped us figure out some new pathways for our work.
Yeah. That's great. And do you work, and I'm just genuinely curious, do you work with like Leadership Buffalo or other organizations as you're kind of frameworking some of these things through Tech Buffalo?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different groups that we'll end up collaborating with, and we have sent even some of our people through Leadership Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I believe we've had collaboration with Leadership Buffalo in the past. We've worked with of course, UB and other universities, but we've also worked with Perscolis and BCAT, who are offering these alternative tracks into tech that are certificate, not degree driven, and helping students in those pathways find opportunities that they may not have otherwise been able to. May not have otherwise been able to take advantage of.
Yeah, and I mean, being in tech, I have to say some of those certifications are so challenging. I look at like even just some of the foundational Cisco and to your point, the AI certifications. It's complicated. Like you're getting a very good development from an education perspective by taking those certification courses.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think that as the pace of change continues to increase in tech, part of everybody's job is going to be to wear the hat of a continuous learner and really challenge yourself to learn what came out at this point, what came out yesterday or 5 hours ago that could potentially impact my job. I think Google just dropped their agent feature similar to ChatGPT just today.
Yep.
So every day you get something new that you get to learn, and I think that's part of the joy of tech is that it doesn't stay stagnant. This isn't something that you learn one day and then you suddenly know how to do. It's something that requires you to evolve and constantly grow, and not in just the actual understanding of the tech itself, but how do you apply it to create the change that people seek?
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And I think part of that too is how that equates to growth for the city. So I know like healthcare is booming right now in Buffalo. We have fantastic facilities, but keeping up on the tech aspect of that can be difficult. But that is how growth happens, or through these new tool sets. How's Tech Buffalo partnering up to help drive some of the growth and expansion of the local area in that way?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we do a couple things, but probably one of the most important elements of our work is actually PowerUp Tech. And that's our really premier summer internship experience. And I'd put it up there with the best across the nation. We will partner with 50 to 60 different companies. They could be healthcare, they could be pure tech, they could be advanced manufacturing. Regardless of industry, if you have a tech employee, or you have somebody that's helping to support work in tech, or is in a tech-enabled role, we invite your interns to join us for some summer experiences that are designed to help them grow professionally, help them connect with each other and give back to the community, and then of course explore Buffalo and just fall in love with the city. And this is one of those things that is just truly the reason that it becomes a blessing is because without a PowerUp Tech, I think that it becomes increasingly hard for a city like Buffalo to win in this race for talent.
Yeah.
I mean, what will determine our future is our ability to attract, to grow, to retain talent. And if that talent goes to the university, they get educated, and they get recruited out of here, presents a challenge for all of us.
Yep.
So we put them square in the middle of the city, and we give them a great summer, exposing them to top leaders, bringing them around to tour all of the top facilities in tech.
Yeah.
And it's through those collisions that we've made a difference, and we're seeing it happen. More and more students each year are choosing to end up post-internship calling Buffalo home.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's truly wonderful. And Mary Ruel is our director of talent strategies, and just does an absolute wonderful job with that program.
Yeah, I've met Mary.
Yeah,
she's nice.
She's nice.
Sharp.
She's talented, and she will put together a program that works, and just proves it time and time again. From the PowerUp Tech program to our recent launch of innovation fellowships, which are things that are these fellowships are designed to help really the K-8 marketplace create pathways into STEM for students that otherwise wouldn't be getting exposure to tech. So we do that through a partnership with Microsoft, and we run a program using their Minecraft software that helps to expose students to key AI concepts and also coding.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And those are open to the public?
Those are it's a good question. In our latest iteration, we are in 21 different schools. So if you are a member of that school system or that school that has an innovation fellow present, then you're welcome to attend family code nights. There's follow-on tech clubs available to students.
Nice.
And we hope to see this continue to grow so that, to your point, anybody who wants access to it has access to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. How would school systems get in touch with you? Are you accepting new school systems to be part of this?
Oh yeah.
fellowship?
So transparently, we're in a pilot phase.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we would absolutely welcome new folks in. We leveraged some capital that we had thanks to the generous support of the 43 North Foundation to take what actually started as a TechSpark program with Microsoft, run by Rachel Eastlick on our team, and she proposed to Microsoft, hey, I've got this wild idea. What if I just open up an opportunity for parents and their kids to come together and just learn about tech and gain some exposure to, again, these key concepts of AI and coding. And I think at the time it was like, well, yeah, give it a shot. Turns out we launched it, and within a very, very short period of time, the demand for that program far exceeded the capacity.
Amazing.
Brad Smith from Microsoft highlighted us on one of his unlocked, it's called Microsoft Unlocked channels.
Yeah.
And from there, we were off to the races, thanks to the support of the 43 North Foundation, to say we're going to take this concept that's got more demand than we could possibly supply and pull in really talented and gracious educators into the mix that are saying, gosh, I'd love to make this available to more students.
That is so great.
21 schools, and so far, I think this year we've got about 300 students that have participated in tech clubs, and more than that have attended family code nights.
That is very cool.
It is neat.
Yeah. And I love it because that's a really great age. From a female in tech, that's a great age to get our younger girls interested in what tech means.
Well, and you hit the nail on the head, because as we were thinking about it, one of the ways to create exposure for younger students is through robotics, but we felt like that initially might swing a little bit too male.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that with the Minecraft movie and the momentum behind that this was going to be something that would engage, boys and girls in the mix, and just really delighted that the timing worked out, and that our fellows are just as ambitious as they are in delivering these services to students in the schools.
Oh, that's so cool.
So to your point, if people want to join, by all means, go on our website, shoot us an email.
Love it.
We'd love to have you.
Oh, that is so cool. And just another question just popped into my head. So you mentioned 43 North. How do you work with others like 43 North? There's Launch New York. How do all of you kind of work together in this ecosystem?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And now there's just we've got 43 North Foundation, which is on a mission to create that moonshot opportunity for Buffalo.
Yep.
You've got 43 North proper, which is the business plan competition, which is giving us all of our wonderful neighbors that we have upstairs on floor 24.
That is amazing.
And all these other folks. And really what it comes down to is a couple things. We certainly support each other through events. I mean, Women in Tech's a prime example.
Yep.
That's a collaboration between 43 North, TechBuffalo, and Invest Buffalo Niagara. And that will attract on an average monthly meetup over 100 attendees, creating the collisions in the ecosystem. And at our annual conference, it's over 500 now, which is just blows my mind. But such a blessing to the community to be able to bring so many people together to celebrate, the folks that are in tech, as well as create the collisions necessary for the new opportunities to appear. Each year we hear more and more stories about people who got jobs because of the people they met at a Women in Tech meetup or a conference.
Yep. Yeah, I've been to the large conference that you host here.
All right.
And it was, first of all, the sessions are so much fun.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Like the breakout sessions are just fantastic. And I came with the WIT Network, so I was here as part of that group. We had a little booth downstairs. But getting to participate in and just be out with other women and others in tech in like a warm, welcoming space.
Yeah.
It's fantastic programs, great keynotes. Like it's just a spectacular event.
Well, Sydney on our team did such a fantastic job in envisioning what that program could be.
Yep.
And then like so many of the folks that are on TechBuffalo's team, they have this vision and they grow it into this reality that begins to create transformation here. So.
Yep.
Just really, really happy to hear that. And if you're a guy out there and you're thinking about, women in tech and do you belong? The answer is yes. There's opportunities there to attend and be an ally as well.
Yeah, and actually, I think that's a very good point because there's so much that our male allies can learn at an event like that.
I mean,
just come in and listen and be part of it.
Gosh, we had the Highmark leaders with us last Women in Tech session where they were talking about the creation of Sidekick, which is the AI kind of chat bot that is transforming how they're operating in the healthcare space, which is just phenomenal.
Yep.
So
yeah, that is great. I can't say enough about that event, and again, just bringing people together. It's so cool.
It is. It is. And the nice thing is truthfully, we get to do that so often. We've got Women in Tech, which obviously serves the purpose of bringing women together. We've got Tech Connect, which brings our nonprofit leaders together to learn from each other and from professionals about how to integrate really AI into the workflows that they have. We have pathways to tech, which is, I always tell people there's a traditional pathway to tech, which is through a 4-year degree, and there's these alternative pathways, which should also be considered, a plan A for folks that allow you to stack, credentials into degrees as you go and build your own career in a way that allows you to enjoy, I would say, the benefits of an earn and learn journey. And that's really kind of what Pathways to Tech is all about, is ensuring that there's this conference where folks can come together and understand, these are my opportunities. If I just need an entry point into tech, here's my starting point. And we always like to tell people, again, it's a starting point. Turn it into a journey and see where you land.
Yeah. And what I love about programs like that, from what I've seen of others, is that you're getting hands-on experience from almost day one. So they have exposure to technology in a different way than sitting in a classroom at the college level for a certain period of time. So getting that entryway in, you're getting focused hands-on time from day one.
Oh, I mean, without a doubt. And in my former, work in Indiana, I'd always say, like, if you can find a farmer that is worth their salt, which means they know how to fix about anything, you just found a great technologist. I mean, that's what at the core of tech is. Are you a great problem solver?
Yeah.
And can you put logical thought between the problem that you're facing and the solution that you'd like to engineer? And gosh, if you can do that, you can make your way into tech. If you're an auto mechanic, if you're a farmer, there's so many different opportunities that we could welcome those folks into the career opportunities, and it's through events like Pathways to Tech that could be that spark.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I think too, with the emergence of AI, you don't have to start on a tech path, because a lot of times I say there's business use cases out there that AI is perfect for, but it's identifying what those use cases are. And if you're out in the world, you're going to know, oh, wow, this is repeatable. This is something where a form of AI could actually alleviate the burden for somebody. So I think there's exposure to just the business and how it's run and how they'll be able to use AI to solve those problems.
And we're so... We're so optimistic that we put in for a state grant that would give us the ability to secure 180 micro internships for the community, where we would be able to pair, UB or Buff State or SUNY Erie, undergrad students with those folks that are looking to make those small transformations that could be in and of themselves very transformational through these short 40-hour sprints that they'd be able to do. So it's those sort of things that keep us up at night, trying to work to create more opportunities for folks in the community, and more of those hands-on experiences for our learners as they're going through their different pathways, because AI can be, to your point, transformational in any business.
Yeah. That's really cool. I hope you get that.
You and me both.
Can I send a letter?
Right. Governor Hochul, are you listening?
Well, okay. Remind me, producer Ken, we're going to tag her in the post.
We're working hard here to try to open up opportunities, through whatever funding sources that we may have to pursue. Truly, we're delighted to be doing it.
Yeah, that's so great. And I want to go back to one other comment that you said, because I think it speaks to probably the culture that you're driving at TechBuffalo, is that when somebody has an idea, they can run with it. So Sydney's with the Women in Tech event, that just speaks to the culture of the organization. Well,
yeah, I mean, whether it's Sydney or, I think we're going to lose light here.
there we go.
Whether it's Sydney creating Women in Tech, or again, like Rachel creating really what was the beginnings of the Innovation Fellowship, or Mary with PowerUp Tech.
Yeah.
I mean, all of these things come into play, and I will tell you this: we when Sydney left, we had to figure out how do we fill the shoes of Sydney, and we temporarily filled those shoes with Cameron Smith, who, again, male ally who jumped up and said, I'm going to help drive Women in Tech forward, and is actually helping to forge the first Women in Tech advisory board that is made of top top level women technologists throughout Western New York. They're going to help really advise on what is the next iteration of Women in Tech become as it grows. So everybody jumps in and plays a role,
I love it.
And we're just so fortunate have a great team.
That's awesome. Well, if you need help with the advisory board, tap me in.
All right, it's good to know. Might be a request here.
Yeah, I've been doing it a long time. So how many full-time employees do you have?
We're small but mighty. I would have to count on my hands, but I think we're just at 6 employees, a couple interns that we usually have present. And, just really, we are able to create the difference that we create because of the partners that we have.
Yeah.
So whether it's the 81 employees that showed up from, 81 employees from over 60 companies that showed up to help us pull off PowerUp Tech, and that could be our sessions that we're running during the day or our after hours events to the student interns that we have that are powering our Saturday academies, which are really delivering tech club services to all Title I schools across Buffalo Public Schools. I mean, there's just so many people that are willing to step up and chip in, some of their time, talent, and treasure to make a difference here in Buffalo. And again, I think that just goes back to the city.
Yeah. Oh, having been at some of these events, when you walk in, then you would think that you have team members of hundreds because of how smoothly they go.
It's good to hear. We appreciate hearing that. So.
That's awesome. Well, what is one thing that you really would like our audience to leave here knowing about Tech Buffalo?
To the last point, we're always looking for volunteers. So if you'd like to volunteer of your time, energy, and talent, reach out to us. But I think the second thing is we hope that folks will join us in creating opportunities for talent to shine. And if you're an employer listening and you have the ability to sponsor our events, know that you're opening up doors for folks. If you're a technologist listening, know that your expertise volunteered will be put to good use. Whether that's helping a computer science teacher at the high school level rethink how they can deliver real world experiences, to their students, or supporting a undergraduate who's seeking to partner with a nonprofit to help transform the way that they're thinking about leveraging AI so their people can do more of what they do best in delivering services to the community and automating some of those redundant tasks. There's just so many different opportunities to plug in. We'd ask for you just to think about that opportunity that's right for you. If you're a volunteer, great. If you're a donor, great. If you've got an idea for a program where we can help out and we can make a difference, pitch it to us. We're here to serve the tech community. We're here to serve Western New York. And ultimately, our core belief is that in this really intense battle for relevance that every city the size of Buffalo faces, talent is going to be the differentiator.
Yep.
And if we can come together to grow more of our own talent here, well, we just happen to think that's the talent we're going to be most likely to keep. So we want to make sure that there really is K to Gray pathways present for folks in our ecosystem to get plugged in and connected to what a tech career can offer.
That is amazing. Yeah, and I know one of our previous guests have said, you don't realize what a gem our area is. And so to be able to recruit talent, whether it's at the collegiate level or even as you get into your full-on core career, it's just such a hidden gem area. And once you're here, you're not going to want to leave. And especially when there's programs like you have here at Tech Buffalo to continue growing your knowledge. I mean, you don't need to. You can stay.
Well, I will say this. It's not just our programs. It's the fact that, again, the folks that dare to dream bigger, these companies that come to Buffalo and they pitch their hearts out to win one of the 43 North prizes, and then they contribute to growing this economy. It's the builders that choose to build their companies here. It's the owners of established companies that choose to employ more folks in Buffalo. It's this whole ecosystem effect of people daring to envision what a more connected, more robust, and larger Buffalo can do to uplift everybody. So I'm excited to be part of it. I can't wait until I can walk up and down Tech Street or Main Street. It should be Tech Street.
It should be Tech Street.
Walk up and down Main Street and just see, tech company after tech company after tech company that's contributing to just transforming just the landscape of the economy and the opportunities for every student that is coming through the system.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know, one of the other things that I know, like for me personally, what happened is I lost my job in big tech. So I branched out on my own and started this. And there are so many others who are doing the same thing, that having the networking events and things like you host here, that allows us to come together. And where I may have a deficiency on my staffing, somebody I meet has a lot of knowledge, and so we combine forces and we're helping, but we come here first. We're connected through the events and the different ways that Tech Buffalo brings us together.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
We'd love to bring people together, and it's the power of those collisions that create the opportunity and ultimately ensure that Buffalo is and will be a city of abundance.
Yeah, that's amazing. What's one thing you want personally to leave with our audience?
Oh goodness, I just as an outsider coming in, one of the signs that I've never quite understood is and I can't tell you the street that it's on, but it tells you to keep Buffalo a secret, and I will tell you personally, I cannot disagree with that more. It is such a wonderful place. You can a couple minutes and you're in a fantastic hike. Even a few less minutes and you're directly out on the lake. This is a place that the world needs to know about. And personally, that's part of my mission of being here, is to ensure that this is a place that more and more college students see as not just a place to get an internship, but as a destination to build a career that gives you the opportunity to be literally probably 2 connections away from nearly any tech leader in the city. So just truly transformative, and everything that people say about Buffalo. I'd say I agree with almost all of it, with the exception of that phrase of keep Buffalo a secret. I think the time for it to be a secret's over, and the time for folks to know about it is here.
Well, I will have to say that in February, when we do the Super Bowl parade, because we will have won the Super Bowl, everyone's going to see what happens down the streets of Buffalo.
I think that'll be fantastic. having been in a city that once won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, I know what it's like, and I very much hope that not only is there a Super Bowl win, but at some point we got to get a Super Bowl here, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So, have you become a Bills fan since you've been here?
I think by default. Thankfully, I came in, last year when the Colts weren't very good. This year's a little bit of a different story. Came in last year. We had superfan, our finance director, and Buffalo Bills superfan Cameron Smith.
Yep.
Wouldn't allow me to go a day without understanding if it was a Monday after the Bills won or not, and it pulled me in. And when you got a quarterback like Josh Allen, who is a treasure to the city, that reminds me very much of what it was like for Indianapolis to have Peyton Manning, and he did so much good for the city, and I see that same thing reflected in the stuff that Josh Allen does. And Josh, if you're listening, heard you play Minecraft. We need a little bit of a boost. If you could, come join some of our kids play Minecraft. Got a special request there, but we'd love to get you plugged in.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. All right, shout out to Josh Allen as well in the show notes.
You always shoot your shot, or you're never going to get it.
You do. You know what? We had somebody on last week talk about their big, hairy, audacious goals.
Yeah.
And why not put everything out there in the world that you want?
I've done it. We'll see if the podcast delivers.
All right. Well, we'll do our best, I promise. How can we help?
Oh, my goodness. Shout from the mountaintops about women in tech when we start advertising that. We want to see that continue to grow. We feel like a multi-day conference is on the horizon. I don't know that we're there yet, but we we feel like that's we're right on the cusp of that. So we want to continue growing, refining, but maybe that's on the horizon here. The other thing is that, if you meet a college student that's looking for an internship in tech, tell them to come over to our website, apply.
Okay.
We just launched PowerUp Tech Recruit, which is the kind of single place that a college student can go to put in one application and get exposure to a lot of different companies. So we'd love to have students applying for that.
Yeah.
And beyond that. Host more of these podcasts. This is part of the ecosystem as well, and it keeps people connected, helps people understand what's going on, and makes Buffalo feel like more connected, more vibrant, more well-to-do tech ecosystem.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, we love to talk about tech. We love to talk about Buffalo, so we will keep on.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this.
Thank you for being here, and thank you, producer Ken. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Ken.
You got it. Oh, my microphone died. Rarely, though. A few blocks away from that Keep Buffalo a Secret sign, there's a Tell the World About Buffalo sign.
I have not seen that. Apparently my head must be down during that part of the jog, but that's awesome. I'll take a picture of that one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, again, thank you for hosting us here at Tech Buffalo tonight. It is beautiful here.
Thank you to our friends at M&T who give us that. They give us access to this floor. And again, this is I believe that this is best advertised as a community asset.
Yeah.
So, if we can help get you connected to host your own event up here, if you're listening to this, by all means, reach out to us, and we'd love to connect you with the right folks at M&T.
Awesome.
They give so much to our community, and just very thankful.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you. It was so nice to talk with you, and I love this, and I've learned so much more about Tech Buffalo. I know it from the women in tech aspect and many of the things that I've attended, but definitely learned a lot about what's on the horizon, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Well. We're excited to have folks like you join us for the journey. So Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And again, thanks, producer Ken. And if you're new here, thanks for finding us. If you've been a longtime listener, thank you. We appreciate you. And Jeffrey, have a great night.
Thank you. You too. Thanks, Ken.